in Dubai. I'm actually with Kalpesh Patel, and he's invited me to his amazing apartment. There, that. Not a bad pad.
There you go. Dubai, living Dubai life. First of all, I'm a professional network marketer, have been for 27 years.
What do you think the future is for Hyperverse?
Well,
now I just want to bring up the elephant in the room, because I know most of us will have been experiencing a few issues since it's moved over to the Hyperverse. Now, do you want to talk? Yeah, the 2.0. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
I had a meeting with one of the founders, Sam Lee, a couple of days ago here at my place, and it's the first time I met him in 2 years, 2.5 years I've been with the company. So it's really great to meet somebody who you've been promoting for so long.
I'm Mr. H2. Yes. I can't wear two gloves, guys, because I need one to control my equipment. But someone gave me this video. It's only 2 days old, and it's Kalpesh Patel telling us all about the future of Hyperverse. And I want to share it with you. You've already seen a few clips. Now, I'm not really into hiding my identity, and I think being transparent actually means you can see who I am. So I'm Danny DeHeck, and no doubt you have subscribed to my channel and you've been notified there's a new video online. This one is really good, and I'm so glad that I've got it. All right, so what are we going to learn here? We're definitely going to learn lots of exciting things. We're going to learn about, if you look at the background, you'll see there's an elephant in the room. We get to ask that question, why have the withdrawals stopped? We also get to learn about the future of Hyperverse. So let's continue, and I will make it more exciting. Let's see what we can do here. First of all, these are some of the videos I've done in the past to help save you from Hyperverse. And now we're going to find out.
I am in Dubai. I'm actually with Kalpesh Patel, and he's invited me to his amazing apartment. Kalpesh, nice to meet you.
Likewise, Graham. Thank you so much for popping over. I appreciate seeing you finally. Put a real face to a WhatsApp friend.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me over.
My pleasure.
Listen, guys, all of you.
Now, if you wonder who that guy is, his name is Graham. I hope I got that right. And his claim to fame is he helps gamblers bet on horses with software.
You should know Kalpesh, but in case you haven't been paying much attention, Kalpesh, can you tell the guys who you are and what you've done?
Yeah, for sure. First of all, I'm a professional network marketer, have been for 27 years. And most recently, Hyperverse has been the project that we've all been promoting, and built a massive organization worldwide. Having a blast really, just getting some amazing people into an organization, a community that is standing for something extraordinary, which is the whole blockchain, crypto, and metaverse space.
I just want to say that they are just shocking with many of you know that I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and the techniques and the teaching techniques that Kalpesh employs are really there to play with your mind. And the subtle words he drops every now and again is to give you endorsement that he's not a scammer. But anyway, let's continue.
And it's, out of all the things that I've seen over the years, for the last 18 months I've been in this, it's certainly the most extraordinary business I've been involved with. What do you
Likewise.
What do you think the future is for Hyperverse?
Well, if their track record is anything to go by, and track record meaning, when you look at the founders and what they've done over the last 12, 13 years, then if anyone's going to pull off a mega metaverse project, goodness, these guys are the most likely to do it, right? So,
most likely, if anyone, doesn't mean they have any plan or strategy or business plan to say that they can do this. They are only theoretically going to take your money, or have taken your money, and invest it into crypto. And obviously crypto took a big hit a couple of weeks ago, and it really drove this into the ground, and they now have no money to pay anyone because it's a Ponzi scheme.
I'm really excited about the fact that that's the space that we're moving into. It's not how the project started. We started just in the blockchain and crypto space for the last couple of years, but they've recently announced that they're launching a metaverse platform in the next few months, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to entering this new space and being in partnership with huge global players.
Yeah. So they keep talking about the dream that you've theoretically researched and found out about, the ecosystem, the metaverse and the like, and all this is an exit strategy. It's just to get you further away from the fact that they've actually taken your money and they've scammed you. There will never be a hyperverse community like they say. They keep moving the carrot further and further away. And if you have logged into the back end of Hyperverse lately, you'll see now they've got a new thing called Hypernation, and that's why I'm dressed in black, because there's a guy with a mask on there telling you about this belief of a virtual future for us all. It's not real, and it's just a joke. And don't get involved in it. And I do believe that Hyperverse will probably soon be renamed to Hypernation. And this is all part of them quietly trying to sneak away and take your money or your crypto with them.
Now, I just want to bring up the elephant in the room, because I know most of us will have been experiencing a few issues since it's moved over to the Hyperverse. Now, do you want to talk? Yeah, the 2.0. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, so we saw the shift happen a few months ago from 1.0 to 2.0, which was the upgraded back office.
So Kalpesh, I remember seeing the video, he encouraged everyone to upgrade from membership 1 to membership 2.0. Now with membership 1, you could invest as little as $300 US, which you'd have to convert into their platform, and you were guaranteed that you were going to get 3 times your investment within 600 days. Then if you upgraded from 1 to version 2.0, then you would be reset, the counting days would be reset back to 0. And then they switched it out. Instead of getting 0.5% daily interest, you were getting 0.3% daily interest. And to get the 4 times reward that they were promising you, they were doing this, it was going to take 1,330 days, which is a very slow burn, and they are telling everyone they needed to do this because they couldn't sustain it. But it also meant that the people at the start in version 1, for a successful Ponzi scheme to actually work, you actually need happy punters. So they've got the happy punters by giving them these amazing returns. They put them into the leadership meetings, and they just told them to hammer their friends and family until they got everyone signed up. A whole lot of cash come in, a whole lot of people would have got paid, and then part of the exit strategy is to actually change it to membership 2, and then basically hoping that people are still going to come in at the same rate and obviously get enough money to keep paying out, and it's obviously all fallen out. They talk in this video about technical problems. Now the technical problems they're having aren't happening at the front end. They're only happening at the rear end, which is why we have a big elephant in the picture.
Lots of new stuff has been added and ongoingly being added, but with that came a whole bunch of tech problems which have still not been solved, unfortunately. And I had a meeting with one of the founders, Sam Lee, a couple of days ago here at my place, and it's the first time I met him in 2.5 years of being with the company. So it's really great to meet somebody who you've been promoting for so long online, virtually.
What a load of crap. Now, you would have seen one of my other videos, and it was talking about Hyper One. And the people that are allegedly trying to start up Hyper One have these photos of what they said was Sam Lee in his penthouse suite or wherever it was in Dubai. And the video I showed that these photos were actually 3 years old because they had metadata in the images. Watch my video if you want to find out about it. And now he's claiming that he has seen Sam Lee for the very first time just a couple of days ago. Now that is total rubbish. Now, have you ever seen a photo with Kalpesh Patel and Sam Lee together? And no, and the reason why he's saying that is because there's a whole lot of rumors going around there that Sam Lee has left Hyperverse and started working with Hyper One. So they've literally thrown that in there to cause confusion for you, so you think Sam Lee is still involved in Hyperverse, or soon to be renamed Hypernation perhaps. Who knows? But it's complete, utter rubbish. Kalpesh Patel, if you do your due diligence, you will find he has actually been locked up for 12 months for committing fraud. He was involved in a syndicate of people who ripped off people for $25 million. He was fined £330,000 and got locked up for 12 months. And this was, I think, 2014 or 2015. And I also put another video on just a wee while ago how 20 months ago he claimed he had no money to his name, and he was actually asking Keith Williams for a loan so he could get involved in Hyperverse, and he originally invested only $1,000, and then he's asked all his friends and family to get involved, and that's his story to his success. So this guy is a professional scammer, multi-level marketer, been doing it for 27 years, as I said earlier on, and he can look you in the eye and just tell you lies because that's what he does for a living, to help his lifestyle.
And yeah, just asked him what's going on with that, when will it be resolved, how soon can we expect a result. He couldn't give me anything definite, which I wish he could, but he couldn't. He said that the system has had a lot of issues with it, the 2.0 platform, and also they've had a couple of issues with just not just IT stuff, but issues outside of that as well with the system playing up. And I've asked him to give us at least a full update by the end of this month, so within the next couple of weeks. So fingers crossed we should have at least something that we can look at and say, right, here's the timelines, here's what the issues are. I just said, look, I think maybe it might be a cultural thing. They deal with their own stuff privately. And I did say, look, why don't we communicate more? And he said, we only communicate when there's something new to communicate. We don't communicate for the sake of communicating.
So what he's basically saying there, he wants all you guys to just trust in the bigger picture and be strong. Don't give up. He said, you've got to have faith. And these are all things that you get brainwashed into thinking. You don't have to have faith. I mean, your money has gone. It's gone to Dubai. Trust me. All right, and I'll continue because I lost my train of thought. I'm passionate about this.
And I was like, all right, I get that, but the community likes communication, whatever it is, even if it's just a hello now and again, but it's just not what they do, right? But yeah, a couple of weeks by the end of what I'll date the video, end of May 2022, we hope to have some kind of a formal update from corporate as to what the timelines are.
All right, now the video was actually just cut then, so whatever happened, they've cut it out and they've done some bad editing because I noticed it jumped. I haven't actually edited this video other than the start of it where I chopped it up to get you enticed to watch this, which I really appreciate. But please do like and subscribe my YouTube channel. I've spent hours gathering information and the like. I got leaked this video this morning. I have a contact who is based in the USA who's a private investigator. I gave him the video. He has actually passed this video on to the authorities in London, who are actually actively investigating Kalpesh Patel and the ringleaders of Hyperverse for scamming people. Isn't that awesome? So people do watch these videos who can make a difference. So let's hope that these guys get done. The other point I was going to make is victim mentality. People give you false information. They are portraying that they are victims of Hyperverse as well. They're trying to side with you and they're trying to empathize with you, and they're all very sad. Now, I'm not sure, I've recorded this twice, so I may have already said this. These guys have been withdrawing money from Hyperverse by the fistfuls, as much as the system will allow them to get out. They have originally sold you the dream of our ecosystem and the metaverse. And if these guys are so hell-bent in believing the company, ask yourself, why do they think they have the right to take out millions of dollars? Kalpesh Patel has only invested $1,000 and he has taken out $1 million a month. Why would he take out so much money? Why does he think he has the right to take out so much money? The other VIPers, you've got Keith Williams, who is also taking fistfuls of money out. You've got Brenda Chunda, I think it's Chunda, I call it chunder. They're also taking money out. It's appalling. All right, let's continue and see what else they do to make you feel sorry for them. Sickening.
One of the things, again, as a community, and Graham's got you've got your own community as well.
Oh, that's his name, Graham.
If you're watching this video, one of the things that I always say is, as a community, that if this was a company that was going to shut the doors and leg it, so to speak, a typical scam, number one, people at this level have got more to lose than gain, but also it would have been done by now. It's been, the system upgrade's been 4 months now.
Yeah.
If they were going to just exit, that would have been already done. So the good news is that they're still working on it, and it's unfortunate that hasn't been solved yet.
Now, I've done a lot in IT over the years, but this is how it works, guys. If you've got system failures, the first thing you do is you stop taking the money in the cash register. You could say currently we have enough members in Hyperverse and we're not actually letting any other people join currently. And when we have our systems back up and running, we will reopen the cash register, so to speak. But no. Even to this day, you can still sign up for Hyperverse and give them your money. And you have to rely that their technical issues and their systems are actually going to remember that you've paid in your crypto dollars. Just saying.
Right, so we get it's frustrating, it's upsetting, and it's affecting certain people. I get that, but it is what it is as well, and we just remain hopeful, right?
Hopeful.
Because, as you know, a lot of us are affected. I'm affected.
Poor man.
As well.
Poor
I've had
Carpage.
6 weeks of waiting as well, so...
Yeah.
6 weeks of not being able to take your money
on
out.
all of us, and I think the message is we're just going to have to be patient and see what happens. But we were talking just now about their exchanges and the daily volume on exchanges going out right, and it's literally billions.
A day.
So it's not.
Hold it. He just said billions of dollars has been going in and out a day. Billions.
It's definitely not a liquidity, as in a financial issue. It seems to be a massive tech problem, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, does anyone know any good tech people that could help poor Sam Lee and Ryan out? Because at the moment, there's a company out there that's got billions of liquidity, if I'm saying that right, and they're looking for a programmer. And I'm wondering if you know anyone. If you do, send them an email.
Got more bugs and more issues, and apparently some maybe outside hacking stuff that's happened. So, there's, again, when something gets as big as this is, as quickly as it has, I can imagine there'll be arch rivals trying to make the journey a little bit harder for you as well. So,
arch rivals. Now that must be, you do watch my Hyper One video, the arch rivals. Somebody said to me in one of my YouTube comments that they said that anyone can really just start up a website and claim that they're going to pay you out rewards and give you a way to give them money. It's not that hard. And I said, well, that's exactly what Hyper One has done. So go to my video, have a look at Hyper One, but do not be enticed to give them any of your money. It's a Ponzi scheme. And these ones don't even, this is the biggest Ponzi scheme that's ever hit the internet in the modern world. Well, crypto Ponzi scheme, I should say. And it's been brilliant. And they have thought of everything. Everything that you are hearing for the last 4 months, I believe, is all part of the exit strategy. These guys want to be able to walk down the street with their noses in the air and their whatever they are, proud as punch, and boldly claim to be successful businessmen. No, but you're going to look them in the eye and go, you took my money. You knew this was a scam. These guys definitely know it's a scam. Multi-level marketers fail all the time. This is the one that's lasted for 2.5 years, the most successful one. It's made Kalpesh a very wealthy man. And now you guys have got to sit there and look at him showing off all the money he's managed to exploit out of you.
Yeah, so they're dealing with that side of it as they do, and we as a community just have to stay strong at the moment and hang in there, as they say, until it's solved, right?
Yeah, so what I've been doing is I've been doing withdrawals in HVT, and they've been going through no problem at all.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all want to be able to get MOF back, MOF.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they want us to use MOF as well, because they want the liquidity on MOF. They want people trading in MOF, so they want it as much as we do. So I think the message is,
I think MOF stands for mothballs, just saying.
carry on and see what happens at the end of May and see what they come back with.
That's it.
But in the meantime,
Stay strong.
Stay strong.
focused,
stay strong, guys.
Turn up to the trainings, at least, you know, go to the back office, use the education material available, articles, latest updates, so that at least you're up to date with what is available to us.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you've got any issues or any questions, just contact the person who sponsored you. If that was me, just drop me an email and I'll get back to you straight away and see what we can do.
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Cheers, buddy.
thanks, Calvin.
My pleasure. Thank you.
interesting enough, if you watched my leaked videos, I think I'm up to 34 of them at the moment, and you watch those leadership meetings, every single week they have the same people along the top. And every now and again you'll get someone. I managed to get into one of those meetings once and cause a bit of disruption with Keith Williams, which was quite a laugh. Got to ask him how he sleeps at night knowing he's scammed thousands of people. Anyway, if you have a look at those, you'll see that you'll get the same people on every week. And, you know, it's also like a religious cult in a way, because they really do tell you not to watch the YouTube videos that people like me are producing. They also tell you not to listen to negative conversations. There's a lot of things they warn you from, and they tell you to go to the leadership meetings. I remember seeing one of those meetings where Kalpesh is telling people to make sure they never ever miss a meeting. He said, you know, really important that you're at every meeting. And it reminded me of when I was involved in a religious cult, is that we weren't allowed to have friends that weren't Jehovah's Witnesses. I weren't allowed to join any sports team. I weren't allowed to go to any other religious training at the school. And they really wanted me to keep my blinkers on. And that's how they build these groups up. Now, what is really alarming to me is if you looked at the splash screen of this video here, you've got the word scamdemic on it. Now, there's all these people that have been putting their energy into Hyperverse and recruiting friends and family, and a lot of them have actually left their jobs and doing Hyperverse full time. A lot of the information that they have learnt and been educated with from these leadership meetings could be used in other areas. I mean, I'm a true believer of business. I've been self-employed for 25 years. One of my videos that you'll see at the end of this is basically talking about 10 side hustles that I've done. And even my YouTube channel was now generating me about $500 or $600 a month, which is brilliant. I also put advertising on my website that generates a little bit of income, and it all adds up to my lifestyle that I've got. I'm not living in a penthouse in Dubai, and I wish I were, but I don't want to get my claim to fame by knowing that I'm a serial scammer, which is just shocking. Anyway, let's watch the end. I'll have a wee chat at the end, so let's see what happens. Hopefully I push the right buttons.
Peace. There, that.
Pretty neat apartment.
Not bad, pad.
There you go. Dubai, living Dubai life.
Amazing.
Well, there you go. That's the leaked video. Thank you so much to the person that gave me access to that video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Graham. I know it's probably not the use that you wanted the video to be used for. It was good to get an update. I did notice at the last leadership meetings we had Brenda Chanda actually running the meetings, and Keith and Keith and Kalpesh were nowhere to be seen for obvious reasons. So don't be scammed. Look for genuine ways to make money. You know, start a business, get a product or a service, put a margin on top of it, and sell it to people. Use those same techniques that you've learnt from Hyperverse in the real world. And my mum did give me a lot of advice in my life, and some of it that stuck to me. If it sounds too good to be true, it often is. I'm Danny De Heck. I really value having you as a subscriber of my YouTube channel. I'm only new to YouTube, and I really do value you subscribing, sharing, and commenting. Now, a lot of people, since I've had my YouTube channel, things are changing. I'm actually getting more people thanking me for the support and supporting me for these videos, which has been really nice. I'm getting less what I call hyper zombies coming along telling me that this is a sure thing. Now, one guy comes to mind just talking about that openly is JJ Talks Crypto. Now, he was one that gave me a hell of a flogging on my own YouTube channel. I try not to delete people's comments unless they've got swear words or they're really abusive or they're getting personal. However, for his, I left them up there, and then I saw him in a Facebook Facebook group called Hyperverse Withdraw Failures, and ironically, he couldn't get his money out, and he was asking that group for support. And I had messaged him since, and he's not very active on here, giving me a hard time anymore. Wonder why. Hey, have you had a good or a bad experience? We all get fooled every now and again in life. Please do post your comment and your experience below. Really interesting to hear these different stories. I'm Danny De Heck. I live in New Zealand. And I've never invested in a Ponzi scheme in my life, and I don't intend to, but I will keep producing videos as I get content. If you have anything that of interest, please go to my website, which will be listed in the show notes, deheck.com/contact, and send me any photos, images, videos that you may have to help me warn other people from these Ponzi schemes. That's me. Have a great night, morning, or evening.